Hey guys, Stitches here, and before I start this Legends Arceus video, I just wanted to get a few things off my chest and address a few things. So first of all, in the past, I believe 2 videos I recorded, I made a comment, I think in one of the videos, if not, I noticed that on the preview monitor for the game, I just kind of noticed that, hey, this looks a little oversaturated. I figured it was initially something with just my monitor looking weird, but no, the game footage was oversaturated when I edited and uploaded video. It wasn't too bad, but there are some moments that look particularly weird. I wanted to apologize for that. I thought initially it might be a problem with HDR on the Switch too, since I do have it set up for HDR when I'm using my capture card to make it look a little better in terms of shading. I don't actually know if HDR really affects how a digital recording looks. I don't know too much about it, but it is one of those things where I was like, that looks a little weird, and I wanted to apologize for it. Another thing is I want to apologize for my absence in the past week. So this comes out on the weekend, but like the previous week was spring break in my local area. And during spring break, I end up having to do quite a bit of work outside of the channel, at least for now. That's probably going to be changing soon. But I just wanted to point that out because it's like, well, you know, it leads to a point where I'm actually not recording videos. And like, I just didn't upload any videos over spring break or really edit. So, yeah. I also wanted to apologize if it seems weird that I'm pushing videos back from uploading on Tuesday to uploading like a day later. Because it's Wednesday and this is the day that Minecraft is going out. So, you know, I just wanted to apologize for that as well. That's been more of like lack of me just working on videos. That's more like a laziness thing. I just get burnt out. And yeah, I did figure out what the issue with the oversaturation was, by the way. So basically, if my Switch is on and going into the capture card, and I like plug the capture card in a weird way. So there's like a weird thing I can do where if I plug the capture card in a weird way while the Switch 2 is running, it causes the saturation to go up, and I'm not really sure why. But I figured out it goes away if I turn the Switch off and go back on. I think it's something with the signal gets disrupted a little bit when I plug in the device. So I just figured that I figured out basically that I need to turn the capture card off, or like have the Switch 2 off and then turn it back on, or like have the Switch 2 in sleep mode before I start recording again. And that just seems to work fine. It's not an issue unless I'm taking my Switch out of the dock, really. But it's just kind of a weird thing, a weird quirk with my setup. So the issue's been fixed. This video should be of normal saturation. I'm recording this segment literally right before I record the rest of it. So, you know, there's that. Also, I want to apologize just like for how much this, specifically this series, has been delayed. I know there's like that, like in regards to the other series I do, like this is the longest one, so like interest isn't necessarily fully there because it's so long. I do still get new views on the earlier videos, And then those trickle into videos longer into the series. But I'm not getting as many views on like the newer videos, which like, you know, is whatever. But it's become kind of hard for me to like at this point as well to like figure out what I need to do. And I don't want a video where it's just me bumbling around for like 30 minutes and not really making story progress or any progress on anything. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. This time I do have a pretty clear goal in mind. So pretty much what I'm saying is I'm going to have to be a little more proactive, and I'm apologizing if some of the videos aren't necessarily as guided, or it doesn't feel like there's as much story development, considering we need to like complete the Pokédex and stuff. Because like there is still story to do that leads to a like second final boss. And I'm not going to spoil the final boss or anything, and don't spoil the final boss in the comments, please. But yeah, it's something, all right. Anyways, without further ado, we're going to get into the video. So I hope you enjoyed the video from here on out. And thank you for giving me like 6 minutes and 50 seconds of your time. Hey guys, Stitches here, and welcome to the actual part of the video. Sorry for the big intro. I basically did kind of a lot, just talking about situational stuff. Really stuff that if you're just here for gameplay, you don't care about, but it helps I feel like it helps humanize me a little more for you guys so you understand what's going on with me personally. Anyways, welcome back to some more Let's Play Pokemon Legends Arceus. Last time, Volo wanted to see us after the big festival, after we quelled the gods, time god's frenzy. Or space god. Space god. We did Palkia, that's right. And he asked for us to continue to collect plates. And that is where we could go here. We could go to Grueling Grove right here. But we have quite a few quests just out and about. Or we have quite a lot of requests. So I'm going to try to be doing some of these. Is Apalm Hill here, or is it somewhere else? I think it's somewhere else. But we're going to be trying to do some of these and completing the Pokédex first. But, yeah, we're going to first head to Warborough Tunnel, since I know that's a quest we're actually going to do. First I kind of want to check who's in my team right now. Oh yeah, we have Palkia in our team. I'm probably not going to nickname Palkia, by the way. I typically don't nickname legendaries, so it's just kind of like a thing. I don't feel fully good doing it. So I'm just not going to do that, and I hope that's okay with you guys and you understand. I view legendaries more as like a collector's item as well, which like you could say, oh man, that's messed up. Oh, this is the Gigaton Ball. I was like, I have heavy balls still, and I'm like, oh, that's not a heavy ball. It's a laden ball. Got some snowballs. Some stunning items. Let's just free up the inventory a little bit. Got plenty of seeds of mastery. It looks like we also have some grit rocks. Which none of my Pokemon actually are capable of using right now. We'll just keep those on us for now. Now, really quick, let's look at Palkia and Dialga's Pokédex entry. So we need to see it use Spatial Rend. We can also do the strong style and agile style, but mainly we're going to focus on using Spatial Rend. Basically, it's Spatial Rend and their non-dragon typed tail move. So Aqua Tail for Palkia, and Dialga, it's Iron Tail. So Roar of Time. Roar of Time actually is like one of the coolest fucking names for a Pokemon move, in my opinion. So anyways, let's go ahead and wing to the sky. It's not that good. Got some Geodudes here we can take out. Now, the main issue with Spatial Rend, first of all, is... Spatial Rend is not a move we have mastery of. And it's got 5 PP. God. I wish this was like Legend ZA where you just didn't have PP, but Legend ZA instead has like cooldown, so moves with lower PP have a lower cooldown in that game, and etc, etc. I don't know if there's a one-to-one correlation, but you know. Seeing it use Spatial Rend a couple times won't hurt. Man, completing the Pokédex is going to be a fucking pain in the ass. Because we do need to do that to kind of get to the maximum completion I want to be at. Which means catching every Pokemon and then doing some random questing bullshit. It's part of the reason why I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be completing too many Pokédex entries to 100%. So Okay, this might be kind of a nitpick, but I kind of always hated how, like, some games will just have these waterfalls that seemingly come out of, like, rocks and stuff, and it's like, this isn't how waterfalls, like, work in nature. At least not usually. Is that fucking Chansey over there? I want to see if I can get a back attack with it. There we go. Now, we need to get into Orborough Tunnel. I don't fully remember how to do that. Oh, it's down here. Do I have any Leppa berries? By the way, I learned that Leppa berries are apparently supposed to be apples. Which I think is interesting, because since we know apples do actually exist in Pokemon, which actually, like, confirms something people thought for a while, was that both fruit and, like, berries, normal Pokemon berries exist. That was very necessary to throw Palkia out to get me that. Also, one thing I kind of want to talk about is that Pokemon are pretty much confirmed to need... Or Pokemon are pretty much confirmed to have, like, multiple of their species, even legendaries. Oh, you're not real. Oh, good, you made it. Those glowing red eyes, it's one of those alpha things, right? Rages about so much, I'm afraid I might bring down the whole tunnel. It's really dangerous. Okay, again, that's not real. Okay, what's the point of having it in the over rock? Fucking level 60 Onyx. Bro, whose Onyx is this? Oh, and I can't switch to items, I don't think. No choice but to win this battle? Okay. Spatial Rend sure did a number on it. Aqua Tail. Wow, you're as good as they say. That Alpha Onyx calmed right down. Huh, I have expected it to get right back to thrashing about. Oh yeah? Call it a feeling, but maybe, just maybe, you weren't raging at all, but actually just trying to dig a tunnel. If that's the case, we may as well dig together. That's settled then. From now on, we're a team. I guess you could say that Onyx and I are on it. Now I've got a partner that's more than dependable, and it's all thanks to you. It's not much, but please take this grit rock. And fucking 20 iron chunks, bro? Thanks. There are some folks who are saying they'd make statues of Pokemon if we find some quality stone. And the Leon of the Pearl clan said we might even find coal here. Okay, partner, let's see which one of us can dig more. And this leads nowhere. Oh, we just need to fight Machops. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, hey, Nate's playing Slay the Spire, too. Now, just because Palkia is a legendary doesn't mean that it's, like, invincible or anything. You will still get your shit wrecked by Pokemon of the same level. And additionally, like, because effort values aren't a thing in this game, you know, I wonder if that's why they made effort values tied to the rocks, so that way it was like you didn't need to get like stuff like the protein or whatever in this game, like the vitamins. Wanna fight that guy. What I think is funny is that Aqua Tail and Iron Tail are very different moves in the actual games. Aqua Tail, I believe, is a move that causes forced switching. I know Dragon Tail does that. I don't know actually if that's what Aqua Tail does. I want to say that's what Aqua Tail does too, is it's a water move that forces a switch. Anyway, Palkia is pretty much down and out. I don't know if that's enough to get it to level 10 or not. Like, I would think it should be, but who knows? I could see it use Spatial Rend one more time. Spatial Rend and Aqua Tail each one more time. I don't think, do I have any PP restorations? I actually don't. Also, is the game not letting me save right now? Oh, it's because I'm in the air. You know, the more I play this game, the more I kind of regret, like, the further in this Let's Play I get, the more I regret not just playing on, like, my regular account and instead putting it on my side account. That's a fucking Rapidash if I've ever seen one. Not to put down Tabitha, but... Oh, that's Cherry Berry. I was like, ooh, restore my PP, and it's like, no. You're gonna die instead. Who the hell is texting? Do need to be careful. I do have a limited amount of time to record. Initially, I was going to do more editing, but I'm like, I should do some recording. I do have footage of me playing Slay the Spire 2, by the way. I don't know if I really talked about that, but I did get Slay the Spire 2, which is currently in early access. Supposedly they pushed an update for the game that people aren't like a big fan of. They're like working one of the bosses. There's like a very unfinished boss in the game that you can fight that kind of doesn't do much. The Munchlax. Get out. I mean, don't get out, get in. I want 2 of those. Space-time distortion over there. I was like, ooh, a Munchlax I can go into battle with. Man, once this series is done, I'm gonna have to find something to fill the gap. Like, we are getting fairly close to the end. It's just a matter of, like... It's a matter of relativity, so it's like we're getting close to the end in the sense that, like... Kind of, like, what I know what it's gonna be like from here on out. Legend ZA, the sequel to this game, I say sequel. Legend ZA brought back move mastery, but rather than strong style and agile style, it introduced a thing called plus moves, and basically in that game you charge up a mega gauge. And you can hit plus on a move that's plus move compatible to effectively use some of the Mega Gauge to power it up, and it's a good way of having, like, a lot of the non-Mega compatible Pokemon interact. Anyways, we should be able to just travel back to camp now. Oh, my ears itchy. I guess one other thing I can apologize for. Sorry I didn't do anything for Beyblade Day this year. I've been very pressed on, like, money, so I'm not really... I've been really pressed on money for a little bit, so I'm not really, like, in a spending mood for Beyblade products. Like, I do want more Beyblade products in my possession, but I'm, like, at a moment where, like, buying isn't good financially or just from, like, a logistics perspective. Who the hell texted me? Oh, I got a thing that said travel advisory, and I'm like, what is that? It's the fucking Super Mario Galaxy movie. Phone number. They reused the phone number from the first movie. Why am I flying away from camp when I need to talk to Laventon? I just don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, Palkia's Pokédex entry is complete, so I don't have to use it anymore. This Pokemon is feared as a deity in Hisuian legend. The birth of Palkia was what caused the walls of our world to disappear, creating a sky that spans for infinity. That's just not true. What else can we do here? Already there. Let's see. Request 41. Okay, Elegant Tail means we have to catch a Glammeow, which means we can't do it here. Romanus Island is here, so we can go ahead and do that for Mai. We need to gather 100 medicinal leeks. Anth wants one of each shard. We need to go to the Highlands and do the Wanda quest. We need to give a nose pass to Gully. Alright, let's go ahead and fly our asses over there. Actually, wait. We are going to... Where is it? Where the hell is Dialga at? In pasture 4 of all places. Melvin. Forgot I even had Melvin. And do I have any PP restorations? I do. I'm gonna move like 2 of those. I don't know, do I have a recipe I can make with those? Like a PP restoration item. This is a full heal, but roundabout. Oh, I guess I don't have the recipe for it. Oh, that's fine. Not exactly a necessary thing. Iron Tail. Iron Tail. By the way, space-time distortions, I believe at this point in the game, become a lot more common. Oh, Starly. Forgot it was like that. Starlies have the flighty behavior. Dun, 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 dun. Are we gonna, like, make it perfectly? Holy shit. It's a lot of Hisuian Zoroarks. Or Zoruas. Times you've given it food. This is actually a good time to do that. Hey! Don't try to hit me with your ghostly powers. I don't like it. Am I frozen? What the fuck was that? Oh yeah, it's got that ghost move that freezes for some reason. I got through the food too fast, so I think it only counted once. I'm trying to give you food, you fucks. God damn. This is one thing I don't really like about this game, is when you have to do shit like this. I think the land is just kind of like annoying to do this for. Oh, are they noticing me and thusly not eating because of that? Do I know really what foods you guys like? Oh, you guys prefer mushrooms as well. Well, here's a mushroom. The bean. Beans? I think the terrain is messing with their pathfinding a little bit too. I'm noticed by a wild Pokemon, so I can't. I think I've mentioned this before, but I always hate the take some people have where they're like, oh, if you don't like moving around the open world to go to different returned areas you've once been, you don't like exploring. And it's like, I like exploring, I just don't like doing it every single time. Alright, let's talk to Mai real quick. They were Zorua. So is that a Munchlax? You were curious about the Zorua. There's two of them now. Was unexpected. Seems there are two of the Munchlax now. But naturally, I would never fail to recognize my own Munchlax. It's you, right? And not the Munchlax next to me, the other one. She got the wrong one. So it was Zorua. How odd for it to appear in the field lands. I only hope this isn't some kind of omen As a precaution, it might be best for you to report this to your captain. And now we gotta report to the captain. Yippee. Oh well, we'll do that really quick, but I wanna just really quick before I do that, I'm gonna quickly get Dialga maxed out so that way when we return we can go ahead and do that really quick, just because we haven't seen it yet. Here's Roar of Time. Roar of Time is a lot less interesting than Roar of Time is a lot less interesting looking, in my opinion, than Spatial Rend. So I just wanted to show that real quick. By the way, just a side note really quick, missing with a move does not count as seeing it get used for some reason. I don't know why. Also, I did want to show that you can actually see the Origin Ball has a unique icon in the menu here. So yeah. Just kind of a neat thing. Also, no, what am I talking about? We did end up fighting Dialga in the Frenzy. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Alright. We're back. Let's talk to Laventon and see how far along we are with Dialga. Okay, we are completed on Dialga. So now we can never use Dialga or Palkia again, because it doesn't matter whether you complete their Pokédex or not, because they're not shiny huntable. Anyways, let's return to the village real quick and go ahead and talk to Silene. Talk to her. Gathering Zorua in a place other than their natural habitat. Could this also have been caused by the space-time rift? I suppose we don't know enough yet to say for certain. At any rate, thank you for the report. We got 30 Ultra Balls from that. Akari, things are getting worse. After we parted, Munchlax reacted to several different locations, and there was a mass outbreak at each of them. Simultaneously in multiple locations. These must be somehow different than the mass outbreaks we know. Why don't we call this new phenomenon a massive mass outbreak? New orders are to investigate this massive mass outbreak. Sounds like I can count on you to keep investigating. Well then, we'll be waiting for you by the front gate. Let's talk to Laventon real quick. Akari, my girl, what do you say you take the Pokemon here in the lab with you on your excursions? I don't know. It's going over it. My door is always open. So, after completing the main story, you actually get the option to take both Cyndaquil and Rowlet on your journey at this point. Or, you know, you get to get the remaining 2 starters. This is one of the only ways you can obtain the starters. They can be gotten through space-time rifts in very specific areas as well. God, I still can't believe I did all that. The number evolved one is very weird because it's like this counted as 2, evolving it twice because I evolved into it and evolved out of it. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. Anyways, next time on Pokemon Legends Arceus, we'll go and investigate more with Mai and continue to complete the Pokédex. And we'll just kind of let Dialga and Palkia chill in the village. Anyways, that'll be it for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button. You should also subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications. Additionally, you should check the links in the description. There's a link to my Blue Sky and Twitter pages, my only 2 official social media pages. There's a link to my Twitch page where I occasionally live stream. You can follow me there to get notifications for that. There's also a link to my Ko-Fi page where for $3 a month you can become a monthly member and get access to earlier exclusive content. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.